Hey guys, it's Miss Hale here. I am going to be doing a video for you on multiplying fractions. So I just want to review and go over multiplying fractions. So when we first started multiplying fractions, we worked on 3 strategies. So we're going to go through those 3 strategies again just to refresh, okay? So strategy 1. And you don't have to write this. You can if you want, if that helps you, but you don't have to. I just wanted you to have it for your reference. So you can go back and watch or listen to this if you are struggling with any parts of the processes of multiplying fractions, okay? So we're going to take 3/4 times 5. So the first strategy that we're going to do is actually our visual or our model. So basically we're going to draw a picture, okay? So we're going to take a hole and we're going to cut it into how many pieces? That's correct. The denominator tells us how many pieces, so we're going to cut our hole into 4 pieces. So 3 lines creates 4 pieces. I know they're not perfect, it's fine. So we're going to shade in 3 of the 4. So when we originally did this, we drew 3/4 5 times, and I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. We're going to actually accumulate these. So we have 3/4 happening 5 times. So I'm going to shade in one of the 4ths. I'm going to draw another model, and I'm going to color in how many I have left to create another 3/4. So I had 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to color in, and I'm alternating my look so that you can see how many times I'm accumulating that. So I just created 2/4. I'm going to draw another hole, and I'm trying to make this happen 5 times. So I have 1, 2, now I have 3, because that was 3/4, okay? And then so I have it happening 1, 2, 3 times, so I need to make it happen 5 times. So I'm going to color in. Okay, that's another 3/4. I need another model. Now notice I'm making my holes about the same. They're not perfect, but your holes should look the same. They should look the same size. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need one more to make 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I can see that I have 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, and then 3/4. So the answer to my problem is 3 and 3/4. So this would be 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, which would equal 3 holes. And then this is equal to 3/4. So my answer is 3 and 3/4. All right, so moving on to strategy 2. So strategy 2 is repeated addition. Okay, repeated addition. So we know that multiplication and repeated addition are the same thing, so we're going to use this strategy. So we're going to work on the same problem, which is 3/4 times 5. So we're going to take 3/4 and we're just going to add it 5 times. So 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4. Now we know that when we add and subtract fractions that we need to make sure that we have the same denominator. Well, since we have the same fraction happening 5 times, our denominator is already the same. So the denominator denominates and continues to stay the same into the answer. But we take those numerators and we add them together. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Ultimately, it's 3 times 5. Okay, now I know that 15/4 is not the simplest form of this fraction because it's an improper fraction. So I need to simplify it, okay? I am actually going to use the standard algorithm division to simplify this improper fraction. We're going to take the numerator, 15, and we're going to divide it by the denominator of 4. We're trying to figure out how many groups of 4 can we make in 15. Because every time we make a group of 4, that creates a whole. Okay, so every group of 4 we make is a whole. So how many times can 4 go into 15? Well, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 goes over 15. So we have to go back to 3. So 4 times 3 would give us 12. We subtract out and we get 3. So we can see that we have 3 wholes and 3/4 remaining, which is exactly what we got up here with drawing the model. All right, let's move on to strategy 3. So strategy 3 is our standard algorithm. All right, so standard algorithm is, we actually have a song, and I've posted the video in your assignment. It is the number rock video that we watched in class. Okay, and so the way that we do the standard algorithm, and we can put this little note here. Multiply by the top. Divide by the bottom. Multiply by the top, multiply by the top, divide by the bottom, multiply by the top. Okay, I won't sing anymore. All right, so we're going to take our standard algorithm problem, 3/4 times 5. Now, I expect for you to make both numbers look like fractions, and this is in practice for dividing fractions, and it's also for practice for when you get to your upper level math where you are actually multiplying a fraction times a fraction, okay? So I expect for you to take your whole number and put it over, what number? 1, that is correct. Because we're multiplying here, and when we multiply a number times 1, we don't change the value of that number, and we don't want to change the value of the number. We want it to stay the same. All right, so we're gonna multiply by the top, which is 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And multiply by the bottom. 4 times 1 is 4. So we got the same answer as we got in the last 2 problems. So once again, we know that 15/4 is equivalent to, I'm not going to rework it because I've already worked it 2 times before, so we can draw a picture to simplify, or we can use the standard algorithm division, but we've already done that for both problems. All right, guys, great job today.